What's up guys, I'm Caden with Crypto Now or Never and welcome back to another update on Hoppy. If you enjoy this content, please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. Help me pump that algorithm, I'd greatly appreciate it. None of this is financial advice. Let's get into it.
I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. Know what I want.
Alright, so to start the day off, we've actually had some very nice news. So 36 minutes ago, SEC officially drops Ripple lawsuit. And then 2 hours ago, Ethereum reclaimed $2,000. And I'll go over some Ethereum technical analysis here in just a second. But before I go over technical analysis, I want to make sure you guys understand this. There is a lot of very important news that's going to come out today with the FOMC meeting. So understand that the market can change in the blink of an eye. If we all of a sudden get great news, then the market could explode. If we get terrible news, the market could dump. That's the reality of how these meetings can go. That being said, when we look at Bitcoin first, you can see that Bitcoin is getting a little bit of a short squeeze. We are back above 84,100 and we're retesting the 200-day moving average yet again. This is a very important level for us to get back above. We also need to reclaim the 21-day, which is right above it. If you see us break these levels, then we absolutely could be bullish. But for Bitcoin, we are still in this bear flag. And the bear flag is what has me a little bit worried, and we're beneath the 200-day. So if we don't reclaim these levels, I'm still bearish on Bitcoin in the short term. Not the long term, I still think the larger time frames look very good. But the daily does not look great unless we reclaim these levels. Now this is where things get interesting. Ethereum for the first time is showing major strength against Bitcoin. We are back above 2,000 and you can see that we have actually broken out of this bear flag. And that's pretty rare to see because bear flags actually have a very high breakdown rate. Now, unlike Bitcoin, Ethereum is significantly more oversold. You can see that we are not even close to the 200-day moving average at the moment. So the first thing that tells me is that Ethereum could absolutely be due for a bigger bounce than Bitcoin. But that also means that there's a lot higher that Ethereum has to climb in order for it to actually break out. What I still find very interesting about Ethereum though is the larger time frames, mainly the 3-month time frame. I've been pointing this out in a lot of my previous videos. I've been talking about how Ethereum has never lost the 21-day moving average in all of its history. You can see that even during the depths of the bear market, we came down and we actually broke beneath that level, but we did not close beneath it. Just like this candle right here, we broke beneath the level, but as of right now, we are back above it. And this candle will close at the end of March. But if we can close above this level with the oversold stochastics, I would not be shocked at all if ETH is flying in the next few months. I've been saying that for a long time. A lot of people out there believe the saying, sell in May and go away. Personally, I have a hard time believing that that comes to fruition. I am someone that is always going to look at the charts and the larger time frames look primed for a breakout. And I'm not just talking the 3-month time frame, I'm also talking about the monthly time frame. You look at the monthly chart, we're extremely oversold. You look at the 2-week time frame, we are extremely oversold yet again. You look at the 1-week time frame, we are yet again extremely oversold. Nearly every single time that we've been this oversold throughout Ethereum's history, we have had a very strong bounce. And the reason that Ethereum is so important is because it is the leading altcoin. In addition to it being the leading altcoin, it's also going to have a major impact on its ecosystem, which is what Hoppy is a part of. And as you guys can see, Hoppy is actually interesting right now. It's back up to an $8.63 million market cap. If you zoom in on the daily time frame right now, you can see that we've actually had a little bit of bullish momentum recently. We haven't had much bullish momentum since the end of January. Now, is this going to continue? I have no idea. But what I'd be looking for in Hoppy right now is to see if it can put in a higher low and then a higher high. If it can do that, that could signal the start of an uptrend. But the reality is that Hoppy has been beaten to the ground. It has an all-time high around 140 million. Now, is it ever going to reach those levels again? I have no idea. I don't have a crystal ball. I cover Hoppy all the time because it has an amazing community. And most of the time in crypto, community is what wins. So we'll see what happens. There are absolutely no guarantees though. What I do like to see though is that Hoppy is bouncing at the same time that Pepe is bouncing. You can see that Pepe is also back above a $3 billion market cap. And if you look at the Hoppy chart, it actually looks very similar to Pepe. It's not like Pepe has put in a higher high and a higher low at this point either. And the reality of Hoppy is that it is a derivative of Pepe. Now, the main difference is that Hoppy now has a major competitor that it didn't have in the past. But if Hoppy can separate itself again, then it absolutely could fly when the market flies. When you look at their X account, they're still being a very resilient project. And this is what I respect about a project. There's nothing that irritates me more than seeing a project that quits engaging with the community when the market is in a downtrend. I want to see projects that are continuing to grind even when things don't look bullish. And in Hoppy's case, they're doing a very good job of that. And they've actually been getting very good engagement with a lot of posts recently. Like this one 2 hours ago, 33K views. Hoppy's videos have always seemed to do very well. In the past, they've had several videos that have had 400 or 500K views. But honestly, there's not much for me to say about Hoppy right now. Again, from a technical analysis standpoint, we don't look terrible. We look very similar to Pepe. So if we get good FOMC news and Ethereum continues to pump, then we could see Pepe break out. And if Pepe breaks out, then we could possibly see Hoppy break out again. But all of that being said, if you guys are interested in joining a like-minded community and getting into projects super early like Hoppy, then I also recommend taking a look at my Discord. At the current moment, I have 3 different tiers. As a lot of you guys know, we've been making huge gains this entire bull run. My Discord's around 1 year old and we've already called 6 different 200x projects as a community. We first got into Hoppy at 580k, and that was before it ran to 147 million, which was a 253x. Just to put that in perspective, a $1,000 investment could have turned into over $250,000. So if this stuff sounds interesting to you guys, I have the link right here on my YouTube homepage. I'd love to see you guys in here. But that's about all. Let me know down in the comments whether or not you guys still believe in Hoppy long term. If you found this content valuable, please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great rest of your day.